Hey everyone, Drew Garcia here. Really what I want to do is just advise everybody out there to not let the blind lead you. I've just found out that Wawa's training in the Tampa area is actually training them to do something that corporate does not agree with. And I've had this dispute a few times, but then unfortunately today, after someone wanted to physically get violent with me while they're at work and they wanted to try to confront me for a physical fight over a debate whether you're right or I'm wrong, and I know that I'm right and that you're wrong, so I proceeded to educate this person on why I'm right, and this is the corporation's regulations. So no matter what your franchise says, you have to abide by the corporate regulations, because without abiding by the corporate regulations, you no longer have a franchise. So somebody tried to physically present themselves in my face, like completely in my face. I had the ability to stay calm, had the ability to address to them once again, these are the factual basis by your corporation, not by what anybody says in your franchise. I'm letting you know what corporate regulations are. It continued to upset them. They wanted to call me names. So I essentially did let them know. I said, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and give one insult to you. Since you clearly think that me saying that I'm going to call corporate about the situation is a threat. No, it was a promise. I did it. I promised. And I do obligate myself to my promises, and I make my promises. So I called corporation. Corporation says, absolutely not. You are correct. They are in the wrong. We're going to go ahead and call their company and inform them that they're incorrect. All I was trying to do was be calm about the situation and address to them that whatever regulations or whatever training that you have is incorrect, because that is not obliged with the corporation of Wawa. So your franchise is instituting an incorrect information that is now being applied to the area. And I'm here to address that, no, you're incorrect. So for me to say that, and to say that with confidence, it doesn't mean that you can just come into my realm and into my atmosphere because you think you're at Wawa, that you are not going to get in trouble for coming into my presence. Because if he were to lay a hand on me, now there would be a self-defense that I would receive. I'd also receive some litigations against Wawa as a corporation, which they will not stand for, and they will not let any franchise remain in existence if they want to compromise the corporation itself. So that is being handled. But however, the thing is this is being instructed by the area managers and trained down to local managers and team supervisors and things of that nature, that they need to do something that is against Wawa's corporate regulations. So unfortunately, because I know what is actually the truth and reality, I'm not blind to listen to anything that you have to say. And apparently that seems condescending and that I'm better than someone. I never said that I was better than anyone. All I'm trying to do is seek out truth and let the truth be the existence from here on forward. I want to resolve a problem that we're having here, because this was the fourth time this has happened to me. I'm resolving a problem. So I found a solution. He didn't like that. He took it as a threat. This was not a threat, this was a promise. And I delivered on my promise, because he's receiving a phone call as we speak regarding his actions. And what he was doing as a team supervisor, cursing, using profanity, trying to intimidate a client, confrontational with the client, trying to fight a client, getting into my bubble, which, I mean, with COVID, it's a 6-foot distance that you're supposed to keep. So if you're right in my face, you probably have already given me COVID. So now there's some litigations that we might have to look into as far as for Wawa and their COVID regulations, because a man out of his emotional anger presented himself, forgot that he worked for Wawa, forgot that he was working at the moment, and just doesn't like somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. And if you see this as condescending, that might piss you off too. I'm not condescending, I'm sure. I'm not blind, I can see. But the blind is leading the blind. And that is biblical. So all I ask is everyone from out there is just to really analyze and think about what your management is telling you to do. Because if they're telling you to do things that are illegal, immoral, or not up to code, you may need to seek higher management beyond them. And think about what you're doing, because you may be wrong. I understand some people were just trying to do their jobs and what they were told to do. However, when you're instructed that that is incorrect, you should probably look into that and not just think that you're correct. That's all I'm saying. But I love you all. Be great, everybody. Be real and be you. Till next time.